Hey, it's Dylan. Do you want to be able to make money in your sleep? I mean, the idea of being able to go to bed and wake up and have more money in your bank account than when you went to sleep is crazy to most people, but you can do it. And I'm going to give you a bunch of ways on how you could get started making some money while you sleep. Some of these ways are going to return more over time, and some of these days may be able to get you off of your 9-to-5 job within a year. So without further ado, let's get into number one. Number one is going to be investing in dividend stocks. The nice thing about dividend stocks is the more you invest, the more you get out. Dividend stocks are stocks where when you put your money in, the company will give you a percentage back as long as the company's making money. Most of the time, these payouts happen quarterly, so 4 times a year. There are some that are annual and some that may be semi-annual or like every 6 months. So that's one thing to be aware of when you are investing in dividend stocks, is looking to see what ones pay out. You also want to choose the ones that have a high percentage dividend, the ones that give you more back. Now, the fastest way to grow with dividend stocks is to take all the money you get back every payout and actually reinvest it. So if you have $100 and you get a 2% payout, then you have $102 invested, right? On top of the growth of the stock itself, hopefully. Now, you have to remember that investing in the stock market is a risk. There is always a potential of losing money, so don't invest more than you're willing to lose. The other nice thing about dividend stocks is most of the time they're less volatile than growth stocks, so they are a little bit safer, but you still don't want to invest more than what you're willing to lose in the long run. Number two is going to be ETFs or index funds like the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, all that. Now, the nice thing about these is you don't have to pick and choose what you're investing in like you would with growth stocks or dividend stocks or anything like that. You just put your money into, you're basically just buying a chunk of a bunch of companies that historically tend to go up. So for the S&P 500, for example, you are buying the 500 top companies in the United States, which is always good. The S&P 500 has historically maintained 10% growth every year on average. There will be some years where you may lose money still, but historically over the long term, it's been about 10%. So it's another pretty safe option when it comes to investing your money. But again, I want to reiterate the fact that you should not invest more than what you are willing to lose. Index funds can help diversify your portfolio as well, because you are investing in such a wide spectrum of companies rather than just a few here and there. So that's also good. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. So the more things that you have your money into, kind of the less risk you're getting yourself into, which is always for the better. If you want to get into investing with ETFs, index funds, growth stock, or dividend stock, I want you to hit the link in the description and that'll take you to Acorn, the sponsor of today's video. Acorns allows you to invest your pocket change as well as set up recurring investments. I have mine set to where it automatically will invest $100 every time I get paid, which has been great. It allows me to invest without ever seeing the money, so I don't even really think about the fact that I don't have that money in my account now. Acorns also has really good tools to predict the growth over time depending on your recurring investment. So it'll tell you potentially how much you could have by the time you are 55, 60, 65, whatever. So you can kind of set a goal for yourself to kind of start setting money away for retirement, which is awesome. So again, if you want to start investing, just hit the link down in the description. It'll give you $5 to start investing as long as you sign up with my link. Now let's get back into number 3. High yield savings accounts are another decent way to build passive income. This is not going to get you a whole lot of money very fast. But then again, get rich quick doesn't exist, baby. So if that's why you're here, you can click off. High interest savings accounts tend to yield a much higher percentage than your typical savings accounts, such as at your local credit union, which may only be 0.1% or 0.5%. With a high yield savings account, you can see yields as high as 7%, although that is kind of rare. They're more than likely going to sit between 2.5% and 5%. My 2 favorite high yield savings accounts to get you started are with Citibank at 3.85% APY and PNC Bank at an even 4%. Those are both pretty good. If you put in $1,000, then in a year, it'll be 1,040, and it just keeps compounding. And the more you let that sit and the more money you have in the account, the more you're gonna make. It's a very, very safe option compared to stocks. You're never gonna really see that money go down. The only issue is you need to make sure that that account beats inflation. So you wanna just make sure that whatever APY you find is higher than the rate of national inflation. Number 4 is gonna be purchasing rental properties. Now, this one's kind of hard to get into depending on your financial situation. However, it can be done. I purchased this house working minimum wage for just over $100,000, and I was able to do that within 4 months. So it's not impossible to get into properties. Now, there are actually 2 ways you can earn money by owning properties. The first one is gonna be equity. Since purchasing this house for just over $100,000, I have gained somewhere in the ballpark of $20,000 in equity over the course of 2 years, which is really cool. I mean, that's $20,000 in 2 years for doing essentially nothing. So you can't really beat that. Now, the second way that you can earn money through real estate, and this one's kind of obvious, is going to be buying up properties and renting them out. Now, there are a lot of videos about house hacking where you can buy a duplex, where you can buy a... Now, there are a lot of videos about house hacking where you can buy a duplex and rent out one half while you live in the other half, have your renter basically pay the mortgage. That works really well. There are also, or you could just take the more standardized approach to renting if you can financially afford it and buy up a property, list it for rent, buy up another property, list it for rent, rinse and repeat. And that's another really good way to make money in real estate. You can even just start out by renting a room in the house that you already own or in the apartment that you live in. You can look into lease hacking and all that kind of stuff as well, which can give you some money. However, I'm not going to really go into depth about that. That'll be something that you have to look up on your own time. If you want to learn a little bit more about real estate investing, I'm going to leave a link to Graham Stephan's YouTube channel down in the description. He goes over a lot of real estate related content as well as other similar financial content to what I'm talking about today. So go show him some love, click the link in the description and go watch some of his videos. Long-term rentals can provide a stable form of income over the long run, but they can also produce a lot of long-term stressors. So peer-to-peer lending is another option to make some money passively. You can lend out some money to somebody, charge them interest, and make some money, just like how the banks do. It's something that I don't know a whole lot about, but it is a decent way to make some money. Probably not going to get rich unless you're out here lending hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you have that kind of money, then I hope you already have some streams of passive income available to you. I'm more talking for people who have less money or just haven't really started in their financial journeys yet, just to make a few extra $100 here and there on the side. But this can definitely be a viable option. The more money you have to lend out, the more money you can potentially bring in the long run. Now, the last form of passive income that I'm going to talk about today is, you guessed it, content creation. But listen, I'm not talking about YouTube specifically. There are plenty of different ways that you can make money by creating content. You can be a freelance writer, a blog owner, a YouTube video creator, or any other social media video creation. So in my example for YouTube, this is great because while I'm putting in a lot of effort right now, in fact, it took me almost 3 hours to set up for this video, I am going to put in a lot of work. So how is this passive, right? Well, it's going to be passive in the long run. While I'm putting in the work now, many years from now, this video could make me a lot of money. And it's the same for every other source of content that I put on this channel. In the long term, I think it'll be worth it. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'm wasting my time. We'll find out. But regardless, another form of content creation passive income is going to be affiliate links. So if you are a blog owner and you write a blog about weight loss or something like that, then you can advertise certain products to assist with weight loss, and those companies will pay you a commission for every time somebody clicks and buys from that advertisement using your link. And that's a really good way to make passive income. A lot of people I know that do affiliate marketing can make anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 per month. It's a huge spectrum, and you may see success, you may not, but it doesn't really cost you anything to do it. so you might as well do that. It's one of the free forms of passive income, which you really don't come across super often. So honestly, it's worth giving it a shot, doing content creation, even if you did it for a few months. The longer you stick with it, the more likely you are to succeed. That is the one thing I'll say. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna ask you right now to like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the financial niche. And if you have any ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments down below. I have another video that I released last week. If you could go watch that, show me some support, that would be amazing. Have a good day.